motivation is probably my biggest question that I get asked. What's motivated me and what keeps me motivated to have lost 4 stone 4 now and keep going for, you know, I've lost the weight over a year and a bit now, but calorie deficit I've been going since September. So from a motivation perspective, there's a few different motivators, I think, for me. The biggest one obviously is lose weight. I want to lose weight at the end of the day. And the motivator behind that, when I first started in January 2020, was I was going on holiday to Mallorca in the July of 2020. Obviously didn't happen, thanks coronavirus. But what then happened was he changed it and we were going to Florida this year. We're going the year after now. But anyway, I thought I was going to Florida in August, and I had, and we were going to do Disney and Universal and go on the rides. October 2019, I did Scarefest at Alton Towers with my younger brother, having not been to Alton Towers for quite a long time. And I was obviously the size I was, and the whole day was so stressful because I was so worried about having to do the walk of shame and get off that ride because my arse or my belly or my boobs wouldn't fit in the ride. It was horrendous. My anxiety was through the roof. It made the day less enjoyable. I would like to say there were no rides that I didn't fit on, that I went on. The Air, is it? Or whatever it's called now, I can't remember. I had Googled and looked, and there are like, what I call, and I refer to myself as fat, so I'm not offending anybody, I don't believe, is the fat seats. So there is a row, or there's 2 rows, where the middle seats are bigger. And I spoke to the lady when we went down and I said, look, where are these seats? And she was like, you want row whatever and those 2 seats. So we sat in those seats. The guy who was, he was quite a big guy, I suppose. He was sat on the outer seat, couldn't do it up, had to do the walk of shame. And I would have been mortified and so upset if that had happened to me. So when I found out that we were going to Florida and we were doing Disney and Universal, I did not want that. I did not want to have to spend 2 weeks worried about the fact that I can't get my arse off or in to Space Mountain. I can't fit on Rip Ride Rocket. I can't fit on Tron or whatever ride it is, you know, any of the Universal rides as well. I just didn't want to spend my days worried about that. Also, we were going in August, and the heat of, you know, walking 15,000 steps a day and being overweight and getting hot. I'm quite a hot person anyway, so I get quite hot anyway in the summer. And the thought of being fat and not being able to fit in the ride was just like a concoction of a disaster for me. I just didn't want to do it. So that to me was my biggest motivator. I didn't want to be, and again, you know, I speak quite openly, I guess. I didn't want to be a fat American on a scooter. We've all seen them if you've watched any Disney vlogs. They all go around on these scooters and they are massive. I didn't want to be that person. You know, whatever, you know, like body dysmorphia, and people always say to me, you're not as big as you think you are. I can assure you, when I do eventually reveal how heavy I was, you'll be mortified because I was mortified. Almost like physically revolted at myself for allowing myself to get that big. When I weighed in January 2020, it's the biggest I'd ever been. And just, I remember going to the class, I think Erin had come with me, and I just wanted to cry in class, but I couldn't because obviously she was there and it was in a class, and I just didn't want to ever be that big again. And I didn't want to go on holiday to Florida in the heat, worried about getting on rides all the time. And yes, that was my first biggest motivator, was to I didn't want to be big and fat in America, basically. A lot of people think it's because I'm getting married in November, and actually that's not, because I know Chris loves me however I am. I hope he does anyway. But yeah, the biggest motivator for me to lose weight at that point was Florida. That was that one. Second one then was health. Was a big motivator. Obviously, we're in the middle of a global pandemic, and coronavirus, and weight, as we know, has played a massive part in terms of those people that have those people who have suffered. Being obese has not helped, you know, and I think for me, the thought of, you know, having to be ventilated and in hospital and all the rest of it because of my weight, I find embarrassing, and I find I don't want to be that person that's a burden to the NHS. I don't smoke, I don't drink particularly, so I don't want my weight to impact either. So health was a massive one for me. And I could really feel it, you know, my back ached, my knees were horrendous, my shoulders and stuff, like the top of my back, because my boobs are so big. You know, I couldn't move as well as I wanted to, and yeah, you know, again, in the summer and stuff, I just get so hot and sweaty in the day. And so yeah, so health was a definite one. So yeah, definitely Florida was a motivator, and health was a motivator because of coronavirus and the pandemic and lung capacity and all that type of shenanigans. Third one then was my motivation as a role model. I, as you know, I'm a mum. I have 2 kids. Erin is 13, Liam will be 6 next week. Erin is, as I say, she's 13. She's just, you know, she's just a teenager, very aware of herself and her body. She's now coming into that age where, you know, she is very self-conscious. She's quite tall. She's very much like me when I was at that age in terms of, you know, she's quite muscly, she's a sprinter, she's athletic, she's got an athletic body, she's got a beautiful body, I think. But she's very conscious of her body, and I don't want, as her mum, to be fat. I just don't think that's a good way to be. You know, I want her to lead as healthy and physical lifestyle as she can, and I just don't think you know, I just don't think that's the right thing as a role model. And for Liam, he's always on the smaller side. He was a premature baby, and again, it comes back to that health point, doesn't it? Is that healthy for me to be that way and show my kids that that's okay? I don't think it is. So and I thought about that for a long time. I just guess I didn't have the other motivators going at the same time as well. So that's the third one. Fourth one then came as the process happened, and what keeps me motivated is almost a little bit of vanity, in terms of, I know I look better. The more weight I lose, the better I look, the better I feel, the better clothes fit me. You know, I've dropped 3.5, 4 dress sizes now, and that's a massive motivator to go, I can now fit in this size clothes that I always wanted to fit in, that I've kept, I can get in. You know, the summer's coming, I can get into a pair of shorts, and whilst my legs aren't perfect, and I definitely have cellulite, I'm not as horrendous as I did look. And you know, my tummy, my arms are better, you know, because I've been doing weights and stuff. And yeah, you know, it is that sort of vain thing. I look in the mirror and I know I look better. And I know there's some ladies out there, and gents, who will say, I think I look great, and they are overweight and obese and in that category. Having been that person for a really long time, I don't believe you. I think most people who are overweight look at themselves in the mirror and wish they could lose weight and were smaller, not tiny. And nobody's trying to be slim, you know, I'm not trying to be Kendall Jenner, don't get me wrong, but I think, you know, I know that I was lying to myself if I looked in the mirror and thought, you look all right. You know, I'm not ugly. I don't think I'm ugly anyway. But yeah, I just think if you're being honest and truthful with yourself, you know you look better when you are slimmer, you know. And I think there's that famous Kate Moss phrase of, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Clearly that girl has never had a cheese board, I can assure you of that. But there is some element of that, and I think now, you know, it's like, do I have that massive pizza, or could I look really good in that outfit? And I think, oh, maybe now, you know, I would make some different choices and stuff, because I've come so far on this sort of, you know, I hate weight loss journey because it makes it sound really farty, and I'm just not into that. So yeah, so they're my key 4 motivators, I guess. So one was to lose weight and fit me body in all the rides at Florida and Disney and Universal. Second one was health. Third one was role model for my kids, and you know, the sort of wider who I can help. And you know, doing these sort of videos and stuff is, it helps me because it helps me to focus. But if it does help anybody, just pick up one little tip, oh my god, I'd be thrilled. And the third one is for myself, to look good. And you know, ultimately I am getting married in November, and I do want to look good on my wedding photos. Why would you not? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so that's motivation for me, for you, I should say. Enjoy. Good morning and happy hump day. It's just Liam in the background. Liam and Erin are having their breakfast. As you will see from my tiny little eyes.
Shut up, Dino.
It's Liam's robotic dinosaur. I tell him to have a lovely day. I still feel absolutely terrible, full of the cold, rubbish night's sleep, etc, etc.
And I had a weird night.
You had some strange dreams, didn't you? So this morning we're back on coffee. There we go, a nice Stormio espresso coffee. And just to take the edge off my hunger this morning, I've got a little brioche. So those two, a coffee and the brioche roll are about 145 calories. So yeah, so we'll see how I feel in terms of what I'm going to eat for the rest of the day. Dinner is sorted as always. We've got Hello Fresh, so yeah, happy Wednesday. Breakfast part 2. So it's just gone 11, 11:15. I've come back, done the shopping that I needed to do, put all that away, blah 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 blah. So I'm now sitting down to have like my second breakfast and like a hobbit. So what I've got is a sausage bagel. So I've got the Asda light and lean sausages, only 3 bits will fit in. So I've got 2 sausages, Warburton seeded protein bagel, and then like this sort of like American sort of cheese. We all know I like cheese. So for breakfast today, because I've got that, I've got another nice coffee because I didn't even finish my last one. 512 calories for breakfast today. So probably a little bit more, but it's kind of spaced out over a bit. And then for lunch, I probably won't vlog because it's not going to be very exciting. I've got an Asda chunky minestrone soup, which for the whole, it's like fresh soup. So the whole pot is 226 calories. Yeah, and as I said, dinner tonight is Thai prawn curry from Hello Fresh, which is 563. So at the moment, if I stick as I am, I'm on 1300 calories. I've got about 250 calories to have snacks and stuff like that for this afternoon. So I see how I feel. Definitely not going to do any exercise today. A, I don't feel great, and B, I was putting Liam in the car to take him to school, and I managed to pull my back. So it's just like, doesn't get any better, does it? I'm living my best life. What a great week to vlog you what I eat in a week. So yes, I'm gonna sit and drink this, have my coffee, and probably come back to you at tea time. See you in a bit. Snack time. Just editing last weekend's vlog. God, my skin, terrible. Terrible lighting, excuse the sniff. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a snack because I feel like I need something. So I am now having, excuse the ironing, etc. So coffee, Lidl's, I don't know if you can see that, Lidl's hot cross bun, yummy yummy. So total calories for that is 224. So that puts me on 1,525 for the day, including dinner tonight then. So I'll just have a jelly or something for pudding if I feel like it. So yeah, snack time. Happy Thursday. Wet and wild outside this morning. I am going for a walk this morning. It is, what time is that? 20 to 9. So I'm popping for a walk with one of my friends this morning, which is very nice, not to have to do it on my own. So I am mixing it up a bit today. I'm not having breakfast at 10, I'm having breakfast before I drop, that's all right buddy, before I drop Liam at school. So this morning I'm doing the same thing, protein bagel, 2 light and lean sausages, bit of cheese and a hard-boiled egg, and a big bottle of squash/water. I've already had a coffee this morning, and I also had a chocolate brioche because I was really hungry because the wind was so bad. I was awake from like 6 o'clock, something hideous. So for breakfast this morning, it's 588 calories, which is definitely more than I would normally do, but this is the beauty of Calorie Deficit. You make it work for you. So just coming up to 11:45 at the moment, and obviously I had breakfast a little bit earlier today, so I am peckish. So I'm gonna have a little snack, and my snack are Snacktastic crunchy fries. They're basically French fries, but the Lidl's cheap version. 68 calories for the bag, and a DC. Probably not the healthiest, but it's plenty within the calorie count for the day. And then I've just had a look for lunch. I'm gonna do a chicken tikka salad for lunch. which will be 392 calories. And then dinner tonight is HelloFresh stir-fried chicken noodles. So with that one and everything, I'm currently on 1600 calories for today, 1601. So I am over my calorie count for the day, but I also did 261 calories for my walk. So I'm not that bothered because this week I've been so on it. I haven't gone over the 1560 all week, so I'm fine with that today. I really am. So that's pretty good. So yeah, laters. Oh dear, jumbled eggs choc corn just happened, and that has now meant that this has now happened. I don't know if it's going to focus. I've gone 48 over basically on my daily allowance. So yeah, so the kids had this for pudding, and then there is some left inside still, thank God. But yeah, oh dear. But that's calorie counting, that's life, isn't it? Life happens. I felt rubbish all week. I'm so tired, and I just fancied some. So I had some. So that's wiped out my walk from today, and I'm still 48 over, but ho-hum, onwards and upwards. Exercise and mental health, I guess, kind of tie the two together really. So as part of this journey, I have definitely started exercising more than I have in a really long time. I've always led a fairly active lifestyle, but nothing crazy, and not to the routine I have now. Some of that is down to the fact that I've always worked full time. And having 2 kids, life is really busy, but I've never made time for me to exercise. I've gone through fad stages of, even when I started this weight loss last summer, so probably sort of May, June time, I started doing couch to 5k. You try running, carrying 3 stone more than what I am now. Why would you? My knees were killing me. So I, as part of this, when I started the calorie deficit, I also started walking because I'd read that that was, you know, basically the best way to low impact exercise was to walk. So I started off every day doing a 3k walk when I took Liam to school. I also started doing some weights and sort of little low impact exercises. So I started off on, I want to say they were 1 kg dumbbells. No, not even that. I think it was half a kg dumbbells. I started doing arm exercises. I could do sort of 10 sit-ups. I could plank for 15-20 seconds. Yeah, so I basically built it up really. So I walk now on average about 6k 3 or 4 times a week, and then I'll do weights 2 to 3 times a week. I now am up to 4 kgs. God, we've just moved up to 4 kgs from 3. What a difference. I could do 30 sit-ups. I could plank for a minute, and I can physically see the change in my body with the muscles. Clearly my muscles are not strong enough to hold this camera, so I'm having to move it. But I can see it, you know. I have got, my legs are much more muscly and a bit more defined. I want to say, I'm sure there's a little bit of a 6-pack coming on the top, but I think it's more of a barrel pack. Arms are so much more toned, you know, across my shoulders. I've got a set of shoulders anyway, if that makes sense. I remember somebody saying to me, you've got perfect coat hanger shoulders. They kind of go down and up. So I can definitely see the definition there. And I feel so much stronger in myself doing that. You know, my core is much better. And as you get older, you know, it's so important, I think, to have that core, because it helps your back. My knees are so much better. And obviously the walking and stuff. Now the walking really helps me, and it definitely helps with my mental health. I suffer from anxiety, and probably only over the last 1.5 to 2 years I've actually admitted to myself that I do suffer from anxiety, and sometimes it can be really bad. I have had to take time off work in the past, and stuff like that. You know, there are very logical reasons to my anxiety, so to speak, so I don't take anything for it. I just kind of see it as a bit of a sort of quite sort of cathartic, in terms of it's a bit of a journey with my anxiety. I need to just grieve and let some things flow through, I suppose. So exercise is definitely a massive part of that, and the endorphins that then releases definitely helps with my state of mind, and definitely getting the exercise done early in the morning. I drop Liam to school, I go out and do a walk, or try weights. I sometimes do leave until the end of the day, trying to fit stuff in, and I do get very sweaty. So I will then, of course, have a bath or a shower and stuff. So yeah, exercise has been a massive part of the calorie deficit as well, and I would definitely recommend that as part of any sort of diet or calorie deficit, that you definitely do exercise as well. You know, Erin's joined in with me on the exercise. Liam will lie down and do weights. So yes, exercise is definitely a massive part of sort of healthy mind, a healthy body. Get out for a walk. That is the best way. You know, a few people have said, well, you should start running, and I'm kind of like, I just don't know. I don't know if I want to. At the end of the day, I really enjoy my walks, and Chris and I have sort of taken it up to a 10k walk and stuff like that. You know, and the amount of calories that walking burns is great. It's great for toning legs, and it just helps exercise as well. Doesn't necessarily make the weight fall off quicker, but it will help to burn those calories, which kind of doesn't make sense. It's not the exercise that's going to make you lose weight, it's eating less, but the toning, and it will help while your body is in sort of rest mode to speed up the burning of the calories. I'm no scientist, but if you read about it, it does kind of help. And just, I think, yeah, again, just that whole mental health side of things, you just feel so much better for getting out and doing some exercise, whether it's in your bedroom, doing, you know, a bit of Joe Wicks, or just getting out and, you know, walking the streets, which is what I do at the minute because it's so muddy out that I've kind of changed my 5-6k route and now just walk the streets, shove some headphones in, get yourself a great playlist. That makes such a difference. Listen to some podcasts. But yeah, definitely plan some time in the day, every day, for you to do a bit of exercise, I would say. And don't forget to have rest days. It's really important that you have 1 or 2 days a week where you don't. And a bit of me time, you know, because I have been furloughed for so long, I do find, you know, take some time out just to read, take some time out to do a face pack, and, you know, look after yourself as part of your, I don't want to use the word journey, as I said, I find that a bit ugh. But yeah, you know, exercise, as I say, healthy mind, healthy body, just generally helps. Get out there, people, and move. Bye. Good morning and happy Friday. We finally made it all the way through the week. Thanks for sticking with me. Last night was a bit of a write-off. After I had that pop choc corn, I felt terrible, genuinely really bad. So didn't really have tea, had a bag of pretzels, and was in bed by 8:45, sorry, literally asleep. So there was no tea last night. So I think I did end the day on about roughly on where I should have been, 15,000 calories. Can you imagine? 1,560, I think I finished somewhere around there. So sorry about not ending that vlog very well. And I can't remember if I said yesterday as well that I did go out for an hour's walk. So that burned about 200 calories as well. So that's yesterday. Here we are on Friday, the final day of the week. So this morning I've got a few bits and bobs to do out and about. I'm going to meet my mum in a local park, and we're going to have a coffee and a cake. Although, let me show you the weather at the moment. It says it's not going to be raining. That looks like rain to me. I don't know about anybody else. So we'll take brollies, we'll take some golf umbrellas and raincoats and hope for the best. Hence I put on a full slap of makeup. How exciting. So because of that, for breakfast I've already had a coffee. Delightful. But what I'm also going to have for breakfast this morning, because I'll probably just have a coffee, I might take a skinny whip with me, which I'll show you. I quite like these ones. The 99 calorie skinny whip. So this is a toffee and chocolate one. I'll take that with me, and then I'll have a latte or a flat white or something, rather than, because they do such nice cakes in this cafe in the park. Obviously it's all takeaway and COVID safe and all that malarkey. So for breakfast this morning, this is what I'm having. I'm very excited. We're Marmite lovers in this house, or Erin and I are. So I saw in Marks and Spencer's these cheese hot cross buns with Marmite. Yummy. So I'm going to have one of those with some 50% I'll add cheese to it, don't worry about that. So I'm gonna add some 50% less fat grated cheese, a tiny little spread of butter, and that'll be breakfast for me this morning. So catch you in a bit. Oh, it is just coming up for 1 o'clock. So back from running some chores and meeting my mum and stuff, which was lovely to see her. Yeah, really nice just to have some normality, even though we went in the park and stuff. I did have my latte, but I didn't actually have my skinny whip in the end. I just didn't feel like I needed it. So yeah, didn't do that. So I'm just about to have some lunch. So I'm gonna have Asda vegetable hearty vegetable soup, which is 326 calories for the whole pot, which is fine. I'm umming and ahhing about doing a walk this afternoon. It's still really windy outside. I slept, as I said, from 7:45 until about 7 o'clock this morning, and I still feel quite tired. I feel like this cold has really knocked me for 6, so I might not walk today and maybe do a walk and stuff tomorrow over the weekend and things, so I won't go crazy. So dinner tonight is HelloFresh, surprise, surprise, and it's a pulled chicken burger with wedges and salad, but I don't ever have the bun. So at the moment, I've put dinner in and it's 856 calories, but I've just Googled it and, well, Nutricheck the roll, it's about 150 calories. So I think dinner should be about 600 calories. So I've got probably about 200 calories left for the day now, once I've had my soup and stuff, because breakfast wasn't massive. The Marmite hot cross buns are delicious. If you can get to Marks and Spencer's and have those, I would highly recommend that as a little savoury treat. Yeah, having soup and then pulled chicken with wedges and salad for me for tea. So yeah, so I'll definitely have some snacks and stuff this afternoon, I think. Exciting. Friday evening, end of the week, happy times, tea time. I better go quick because the battery's going to run out. So I did decide to go for the burger in the end, the bun I mean. So we've got bun, wedges, a little salad. I did have a piece of toast this afternoon. I just felt like I needed something that wasn't sweet. So I'm probably going to finish about 1650, I think, for today. So bit of an up and down week. Bit weird because obviously I've not been very well. So in some ways it is a proper reflection because life is a bit up and down, isn't it? You never know what's going to happen. But hopefully that's given you a little bit of a indicator of my exercise and how flexible calorie deficit can be. If the 2 people that watch this have any questions, feel free to drop me a line. Otherwise, take care. See you next week at 6 o'clock for another Welsh Christopher Robin vlog. If you liked this video, please subscribe to us on YouTube. Click the like button, give us a thumbs up, click the bell. Leave a comment below on kind of what you think, and if you like this video and if you'd like to see some more random stuff like this about weight loss and calorie deficit and stuff. Follow us over on Instagram on the Welsh Christopher Robin, and yeah, thanks for watching as always. Bye.